Welcome back to Cave Colonization, episode 70. And as you can see, the game is looking a little bit different. I have my shaders on because this episode is the third floor showcase. At long last, it's here. And alright, we are here at the third floor. So how this is going to work, typically for the first and second floor, I just walked around and looked into every single building. That clock is very blown out. I'm not going to do that this time. I will look inside buildings that I haven't looked in before because otherwise you would never see what's in them. But I think I'm just going to kind of walk around, point out some things that have changed, and then I'll do a cinematic at the end, or I'll try anyway. We know my luck with replay mod. So yeah, let's get started. So straight away, we can see that, first of all, this sign is being glowed, and we have a train station. I have looked inside here before, but yeah, let's look again. And I put grass and stuff down everywhere, pretty much, which is really why it took me so long. I built this beautiful gate. There's no welcome to Celadome sign on it. But we got the rich guy's house, and the old house, which still is not open. I also added this downstairs area over here so we can see whatever weirdness is going on right there. I think that's outside. But the rich guy has a tree here and a little bit of a lawn, so that's nice. And you can see the deep slate that I did not remove from the underside from the floating part. Got the restaurant, one of the first builds, so that, I think that and another house here are among the first builds on the third floor. I think I'm going to go the way we went in episode first, so I'll go over here before going all the way over there. Got the Magic Rocks place. We got the bank, and something I want to point out in the bank is, if you remember this episode, which you don't, there was a missing carpet here, and I said if I miscounted I was stupid, and then I miscounted immediately 2 seconds later. So the missing carpet that was gone does now exist, so that's good. I finished the staircase, so this goes up to the second floor, right here by Southbury Farm. We can come across this bridge and we get to the wheat fields. I didn't do too much to the wheat fields. I also did nothing to this side, but I did add some boys. So we got a couple of scarecrows in the wheat field now. I'll go this way first because I just have decided now I will go this way. We got the beautiful windmill. We've got the barn, and I did bring some animals down. So we've got a couple of cows and a couple of pigs. How awesome. That was actually less painful to do than I imagined it would be. Although a pig did die of fall damage, so press F for the guy who became bacon. We've got the Winter Wonderland area, which is looking snowy, I guess. I don't know what other word you would use to describe it. And then we've got these houses, which I think I built in episode 69. And I think also in episode 69, I said I would show off the... Did I just see something weird? No, there's like golden iron right there. I would show off the interior of these houses since I didn't. But this one's pretty simple. We got a jack-o'-lantern, some barrel, bed. Yay. This one is also kind of simple. Got a lily of the valley instead of a jack-o'-lantern. Lily of the valley instead of a jack-o'-lantern. Wow, I really screwed up the pronunciation of those words. Over here, we've got the granite mine, so how nice. Tom Jr.'s Granite Works. I did not put the grass all the way back here. I just made the floor cobbled deep slate. We got the back of Charizard's house, and I guess we'll come around to the front of Charizard's house, actually, and enter the crystal cave. Now, I said I was going to build more of those crystals, but I did not, because I'm really lazy and this was taking me too long, and if you remember the ones in episode, they really didn't look that good. So hello Doc Benson, how are you? Are you enjoying the view? What's he looking at? It is a nice view. We got this center thing. The water is so clear that it looks like there's no water, but there is. We've got the potentially illegal adult beverages stand. We've got Arrow's house, St. Fredward's Cathedral. I'll read the book. Oh, I forgot, you can't walk through here. It says, there is no love without hate. There is no justice without suffering. All we are is what we do, and what we do is all we are. I still don't know what that means. There is nothing we can do. I didn't really do much to this area. I just added some grass and trees. I'm going a very poor route to do this, I think, but it's fine. We got Brillin's Bakery. What a lovely place. Up these stairs, we have the Wizard's Tower, and this was one of the first areas I actually put grass in, so that's nice. And then we have the upper area here, and this copper, more of it's weathered, but not much of it is. Then here's where like the cave kind of ends. Something I didn't realize, but on this sign, colonized was spelled wrong, so I had to change that. And also, in memory of Terrence, once a dumbass, always a dumbass. Too true, too true. I don't know who Terrence is. I don't know if I showed these houses off when I built them, but here they are. Up here is not deep slate bricks, it's stone bricks. I think this is this Stupid Scholar's house? Yeah, that's Stupid Scholar's house. But we've seen the inside of Stupid Scholar's house. A lot of grass up here, and then the fences mysteriously stop, and then there's a backyard. And then there's unexplored cave, and mobs actually do still spawn around here. I'm not sure where, so we gotta watch out for them just falling on top of me. We got the miners' quarters, behind here all the ores and stuff that aren't mined, and a bunch of barrels because why clean up, right? Why have anything be organized? And we could take a look on the mine shaft. I did add a little bit more. I added some ores and stuff, piles of ores, added some tracks, some barrels. Over here, we've got like kind of the main area. I added a lot of stuff. It's a little bit dark right here. These tracks are really useful. That's awesome. What's that green? There's an Enderman who's been here. He's placed a grass block over there. And then we got a minecart with chests in it. And I think that's everything for this room. Wow, you guys blocked the stairs, you idiots. I think that's everything for the big crystal cave. So let's head back over to Copperville. The Copperville Common. I just saw a glow squid die. Yeah, they still do that. Hey, man. Yeah, that's gonna be you in like a couple seconds. Did you know that? I'm not gonna save him. Screw you. Oh, there's another one right there. Oh yeah, that one just died. And there he goes, there he goes. Poof. Here's a house I built, and here's the diner. So something has changed here. I added this outdoor eating area, which I think is kind of nice, because there's not really too much space in the diner. There's 2 tables, so now you get 3 more? Yeah, it's pretty cool. Then Copperville Commons. I originally was gonna build like some stands that sell stuff across here, but then I decided, I could also have built another wall of houses, but I didn't. Got Ernie's Exotics, got Glodlin Crocker up here. I added a little pond, and the great supports for the shelf. I guess we'll go up before we go down to Copperville. Nothing has really changed up here, except I did build this house over here. So that's cool. And what's inside it? It's just a house. That's what's inside of it. So we can come down here and we're at Copperville. Isn't this beautiful? I still think Copperville is probably one of my favorite things I've ever built in Minecraft. I really like it. It's pretty cool. So back over here, we have the shrine. I didn't connect the paths up because if you remember from the episode, it was a secret shrine, and it wouldn't be very secret if like there was a path just connecting it to everything else. People would be like, oh, what's down this path? And they walk down here and, oh, you know, there's this whole building over here. This is an well, that was some little lag spike. This is an interesting build. I also like it. I mean, obviously I should like it. I built all this stuff though. If you remember floor 1, the butcher shop is a build I'm still not proud of. That's gotta be one of my worst Minecraft moments. It's quite dark here. I tried to keep it lit up without having torches, you know, absolutely everywhere. There's this tunnel, which I never actually did anything with. Alright, and here's the better butcher shop that, you know, beat Big Meats, which was the butcher shop on the first floor. So we're gonna go back over to Old Celadome proper. There's a block of cobblestone up there. That's interesting. And we have this house over here, this was the last episode, I think, on my old computer. And I also built it wrong, so that's awesome. We got the floating city. Not much has changed too much with the floating city, although I did add some barrels and some outside corner bushes. And I added this little seating area over here so you can kind of just chill, and wow, you can actually see more with the shader pack on than without, because is that diorite? That's gotta be an Enderman. Maybe it's gravel. Like, I could shoot this bone man right here. Whoa, I actually hit him. To be honest, I'm kind of impressed. But that's gonna be next episode, so I hope you're excited for that. And we got this tiny ass little mangrove house. And Old Celadome cartography. Wow, the glowing sack is really hard to read with this shader pack on. We got this fountain. I still really like this fountain. We've got Lush Emporium and this funny little house down here. I haven't shown this house off, so I'll go into it. It's pretty simple. You know, we got a giant spider on the wall, because I guess you would definitely want to sleep with that above you. It's got a chimney because for the lulz. And then we have the Dryad's house, which nothing really has changed. The Lush Emporium, I also really like this build. That was one of the more recent ones. Oop, I have gotten stuck. And then I guess I'll go up to the Amethyst Mine first. Not much has really changed. It is just called the Amethyst Mine because I did not think of a better title, but I did open up this geode a little bit more, so it looked like they were actually mining it. And then we got our rock structure trademark. We love rock structure. A very dangerous hole, which I should probably not fall down. I see the one last block of dirt over here has grown. That is good. So over here we have a split path. I guess I'll check out the town hall first. So the town hall is important because if you remember the lore books I said I didn't write, I actually have written them now. So we can come up here and check out, what's in the lore book. So the lore for the mayor, we had peace for hundreds of years. I told them not to enter the castle. I told them he couldn't be trusted, but they didn't listen. Now look at our great city. The destruction was great. Oh, I used great twice. You are a bad mayor. Anyway, so much was lost, and they call it an accident. Oops, I don't want to put DW. We're not calling Darkwing Duck. What does that mean? Who knows? Maybe you already know what they're talking about if you've been around for long enough. Wow, look at that. Okay. Regions add in the back wall. What a view. Look at that ugly ass granite. Alright, so anyway, I think this is the last build that I haven't looked at on this floor. I probably missed some, but oh well. And that is the governor's house. So here's the governor's house. It's beautiful. We've seen it in an episode before, but the governor is hiding a secret through this tunnel. We know about his secret because we built it. He's got his little voting booth over there, if you remember. And there's the other lore book that I said I would write. So let's see what the governor has to say. Okay, I just put it back. Excellent. The governor says, after all these years, I've finally found it. Now, all that remains is to complete the ritual. Though I still need the last heart, soon the power will be mine. All mine. The time draws near. I can feel it. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what the hearts are, but the time draws near. Interesting, because this build is like 300 years old canonically. I wonder if the time has come and gone. I guess we'll never know. So I think that's it for this voice part, and I've been replay modding this whole thing. So hopefully I can put together a cinematic. We all know how much I love replay mod, but yeah. Thank you so much for watching this episode. I'm going to eat a melon, and thank you for watching this floor's creation, if you have. In the next episode, which hopefully will be soon, we get to go down there, and that's gonna be a whole lot of fun. So if you're interested in that, make sure you stick around. But that's all I got. So thank you for watching, and goodbye.